Why was this shirt in the closet? Michael. You allow Michael Myers to do an unboxing on channel and shirt ends up in the closet. Okay, so this movie. So I wanted to do it last year. Didn't have time. Found time this year, and that is Trick or Treat. Directed by Michael Dougherty. Also did Krampus. Yes, I will be doing that for Christmas this year. But weird story about this. This is actually filmed and done in 2007 and was put on the shelf for 2 years before being released direct to DVD in 2009. It's a shame that this movie did not go to theaters, because I think I would have wanted to see it. I remember being told about this and like, why didn't I ever, why didn't I not see a trailer for it? Why didn't I ever go see it in theaters? 2009, I'd been out here a year. I could have went to see it and nothing. And come to find, they just released it quietly on home video. I would have gone to see this in fucking theater, man. This is, wow. So the story, it's an anthology film. It's kind of in the vein of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is an anthology film, but it has more anthology to it. It takes place within the same town and distance with characters that cross over. Think Creepshow 2, but a million times better, or think Creepshow 3, but like a million times better than that. It's very good. And the way the stories cross over, I think, really works for this film. You got this principal or teacher, principal, whatever, and he's, he kills this kid with poison. It's the fat kid from Bad Santa. I'll make me some sandwiches. You want lettuce on the sandwiches? Whole bunch of lettuce. That kid. And then, like, he's poisoned by a bad cannibal, or he's puking up chocolate. And then he's taken in the house, and, yeah, and this whole story is, like, he's trying to bury the kid, everything. He's got his own kid. And he's like, you gotta help me with that. You gotta, show me how to do the pumpkin. And it's the kid's head, It's pretty cool. And then the character comes back later within the werewolf story, where you have Anna Paquin playing Laurie, I think her name is, and they talk about how she's a virgin and everything, and there's this vampire guy going around killing women on that night, and the vampire guy turns out to be the principal teacher guy, and then, like, they do this double flip, where you see her, she's just Little Red Riding Hood, she's walking through the forest, and you see the vampire guy come slinking in, and then you see just the red cloak come flying in and lying in front of the bunch of these women, one of which is the girl's sister and her friends, and laying there, and they, it's like you're thinking, oh shit, the vampire killed her, but no, it's the vampire guy, and it turns out to be the principal, and it turns out these women are actually werewolves. And I remember sitting there watching that and just being like, because I was not expecting that. The start of this film actually has Leslie Bibb and Tamaho Pinkett. I'm probably butchering that. He's from Battlestar Galactica, and Supernatural, and then they play a couple. And this is really the beginning of this film is actually the end of the film. If you think about it, we'll get to that. But she puts out one of the pumpkins. And they're like, oh no, that's bad juju. And then something attacks and kills her. And throughout the film, you see this little dude right here sneaking around as bad things happen to people. He's there, technically, at the same time that the kid gets murdered and thrown in there. He's technically there. He gets he's one of the people trick-or-treating just before he kills the kid. He's sitting on a log at the werewolf party. There's another story with these kids. They tell the story of this incident where there are these mentally handicapped kids that I guess the parents were so ashamed of, they hired a bus driver to get rid of them. And one of the kids freaks out and causes them to go off a cliff. The only survivor being the bus driver because he wasn't strapped in like the rest of them. And there's a connection to a character later in the film as well. And so this whole thing is a prank. The story is true, but the whole thing is a prank on this girl, Rhonda. And they play a prank on her. And then it turns out these ghost kids start coming after them. And Rhonda leaves them down there to get killed, possibly. And she goes up in a little elevator thing. Supposedly they have an elevator going down to the bottom of the cliff. I don't know. But, you know, it's gruesome. And then when she gets back up to the top, Sam is sitting up there. That's his name. The other guy, Sam, he's sitting up there. So, yeah, whenever he's around, he's making sure that Halloween traditions, you know, traditional bad people getting their just desserts. Then we get to Old Man Krieg. And Old Man Krieg lives next door to the principal guy, and we actually see him freaking out at the principal guy later. And the principal guy's like, go to hell or something like that. And he almost catches the principal guy burying their dead bodies, but, you know, so his thing is he hates Halloween, and he doesn't obey the traditions. He scares these kids, he takes their candy, and then Sam comes a-calling and viciously attacks him until Sam stabs Krieg, and it actually connects with the candy bar, and he takes this as an offering and leaves. And then Krieg is burning pictures, but this whole sequence with Sam going after Krieg is probably the best part of this. He's going after him, attacking him. Krieg thinks he kills him, but he doesn't. He takes off the little mask thing to reveal a creature face. It's all real cool. It's all really cool. And then you find out that when Krieg is burning pictures, you find out he was the bus driver that drove the kids over the cliff. It was an accident, but he was the bus driver. And then we get this real cool ending where Sam leaves. Sam goes to leave. He sees the thing from the beginning of the film where she knocks out the candle in the jack-o'-lantern, and he runs over there. We already know she dies because we see that beginning just as the credits roll. Beginning of the credits and stuff, trick or treat, whatever. We see that. And we know what's going to happen to them. But that's technically the end of this story, is the beginning of this film. So it's actually cool. It comes full circle there. And then it ends with Krieg answering the door, and all the ghost children are there. We can assume he dies. This film is fantastic. I think it's like an underrated gem. If you have not seen this film, watch it. Watch this film. I should have said this at the beginning, because there are spoilers, of course. But watch this movie. It's fantastic. Absolutely watch it on Halloween. It's fantastic. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I've done so much 10s this year for Halloween. I can't give it a 10. I'll give it a 9. Absolutely a 9. Is there anything negative I have to say about it? Not really. I like the style. It's not that long. It's 82 minutes long. It's not that long. It's really good. There's this really kind of scene that I didn't notice before, and that's where it's with Tamaho Pinkett and Leslie Bibb. She's out there cleaning stuff up. He goes inside and he's watching a Halloween porn, which I guess I didn't catch before. It's really cool. You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for me. Okay? It gets a 10 out of 10 for me. Now, I have one more review left to do today. A lot today. It's Halloween. It's like my Christmas. You're getting one more video. It's the last review I'm doing for Halloween Horror Month. So, yeah. So, yeah, 10 out of 10 for Trick or Treat. What are your thoughts on Trick or Treat? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.